Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to what sadly I must say is the last episode of our European tour. Well, not quite. This is episode 31. Who'd have thought we'd have put out 31 episodes? I say not quite because there will be a wrap-up video which will follow quite shortly, but I've got a fair bit of work to do to put that one together. So 31 episodes in 6-7 weeks, and by the time we finished it will be like almost 2 months away. I really take my hat off to those guys that put out daily videos. It is not easy, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. We saw so much more than we would have done. Despite the weather, we've had a whale of a time. And we'll give you a glimpse of the best and the worst and the costs and all the rest of it in our wrap-up session. But for now, this is our last couple of sites in France on our way back to Calais. Now, you've got a couple of sites on this one because, as I said in the last video, I accidentally formatted the card. But luckily, or unluckily, it was raining. So it meant that our first of these two sites, I took the GoPro out for a walk because it's waterproof. And that site was Seurre, and it's on the side of a river, absolutely beautiful. So we just left the CampingCarPark's site in Viviers, and great shame really, but you couldn't see how awful the weather is.
It's to be expected at this time of year. We thought we could get unlucky, but
take the next right.
It would have been nice to have taken a walk. I suppose if we were harder and went out in the rain
and fitter and I wasn't still full of cold,
we would have still gone, but it wouldn't have been so good anyway.
No,
because everything looks dull in the rain.
So we're hoping we'll get a little bit from this.
Yeah. Driving
through I keep saying town, but it's got a cathedral, so it's a city, isn't it?
Yeah. But definitely I would visit this on a slightly sunnier day. Just brighter day would do.
Drier day.
Yeah. I reckon it's 0.6 of a mile into town here from the campsite.
Yeah.
I checked it because I thought we'd get the bikes out, but to be honest, I'm not riding a bike around in this weather.
Well, there's the main street. I mean, it's ancient, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh look, the young lady there with a scooter.
Pharmacy there. I mean, it is.
They're substantial buildings.
It is beautiful. And it's just a great shame, but...
Oh, look at that in front of us.
That must be the cathedral. According to Google, that was 18 minutes walk from the campsite. That's quite something.
It gets me, they use the round towers rather than like in the UK.
Well,
We've got a couple of round tower ones in Guernsey actually.
We have. Wow. Do you know, I'm not sure that is
No.
the cathedral.
That looks more like a castle type thing.
So, this is a school crossing. Very little open yet.
No. So we're going to take, go over the river now.
Enter the roundabout, take the second exit.
So,
You might want to open your side window to...
yeah. So we're going around the roundabout and down towards the river. And there's some very grand buildings here. This must be something municipal.
They've got flags outside. And they're bloody French flags.
Of course they're French flags. Viviers. Cité historique.
And there's your bridge.
It's definitely a historic city, that's for sure. Just a shame we weren't able to explore. But we wanted to show you what there was, even if it is a bit dull and nasty. We're coming to the Lyon stretch again now, and we're just going over the river. And we just paid the toll for that last little section. That was €36. And I think there'll be a fixed toll in a minute, because it seems to be fixed for the whole way around what's effectively the Lyon Ring Road. But we'll see. So, I've taken the opportunity of getting a little help from the camping car park site. So take a look at this. Well, I'm showing you the site in Seurre, the camping car park site on the side of the river, which was stunning. From the dry of my office, now we're back in Guernsey. And a couple of reasons for that. I've said previously I formatted the card. I did loads of wonderful footage, or at least I thought it was. Never really got to find out, including animals on the river. And, it was lovely, even though it was a bit wet. And I formatted the card. So instead of leaving you just with my walk around Seurre on the riverbank, I thought I'd show you the camping car park site, which will give you a little bit more of a flavour of the site as I click through the images that we've got. Now, on the left of this picture, which you'll see just about here, this is where the air is. It's absolutely brilliant. You're right on the side of the river. It's great. Anyway, I'll click through a few more photographs. This is the air itself, and there are quite a few spaces. And again, the pitches are really spacious. It's a lovely site. It's amongst cottages and the riverbank, so you can't go wrong. It was a beautiful, quiet, peaceful night's sleep as well. And you can see the size of the pitches there and the view of the site. Lots of trees, but nothing in the way of parking up. That's the entrance to the site, and another view of the river, and another view of the river. That's the church in Somme. It's in Seurre itself, and you'll see in a moment I've got some footage of that. The place was lovely and could thoroughly recommend it. But if we go again, I'll make sure I don't format the card. But for now, come with us and take a look at Seurre in the rain.
It fits on there nicely.
It does fit on there nicely. So we're going to the back of the site, down by the river, and walk along the river and into the town. Yeah. So, walking along the side of the river here. The rain isn't too bad, really.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it is pretty horrible. Okay, back up.
20 kilometres an hour.
What is?
That's the speed limit here.
Oh.
I'll like about 10-12 mile an hour.
That's very low.
Is it?
Yeah. So you can see the town's nestling on the side of the river, and there's all these pontoons down here. I think this would be a very busy place in the summer. I mean, there were 11, I think it was, vans on the site last night in the end.
Yeah, in the pouring rain.
Yeah. There are buildings along the riverfront.
How far did you come last night?
About here.
Well, we should be going up that way, really.
The second one, according to the map. Yeah, and there's all these nice steps, look, that go down to the water here.
Well, we're not in the Med now, so I don't know whether this is fed by the sea or...
No, this is coming, this will come down from the north.
Yeah.
But it is one of the big rivers in France.
Yeah.
Not much activity on it today, though.
Nobody around. Not a soul.
It is cold, as well as wet. Actually, I'm cold, aren't you?
Freezing.
Yeah. So, I think we can go down this one or the next one. To be honest, I don't think it makes any difference. I think they both go through. So,
Actually, a little bit warmer out the wind.
yes, it is.
There's hardly any wind, but it's making a difference.
Yeah, very French, isn't it?
What?
The
Badly
buildings.
maintained property.
Yes.
I mean, look.
Oh, yeah, well, that's typical.
French.
But I bet they're nice inside. Seems to be the way they do them, doesn't it?
Yeah, they don't seem to maintain the outside at all.
No. Oh, look at that. Shall we go down there and then across? Oh, it's pretty. I know I'm walking down the middle of the road, but there's nothing coming. We see the church, the bell tower there. That's an unusual gable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sleepy, Helen.
Yeah. Ooh.
This is a one-way street from that direction, so we'll see anything coming. We're only one street back from the river at the moment. Oh, look. At least it's all on the flat, love. Look at the buildings. It's amazing.
Take a stroll back. Oh,
That's the town hall there.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this building here. It's massive. And then it has this beautiful gate on it. It's beautiful. Continue to walk along here to what should be the main street, and there's another very old property on the corner which looks stunning, but again typically not terribly well maintained from the outside. Wow, appears we found the pharmacy. So, we've just been in the patisserie.
It was pretty empty. Not a lot of stuff in there.
It was.
We were a bit late.
Yeah, we do. It's not exactly first thing in the morning, is it?
No, I think the French get all their stuff fresh in the morning, don't
Yeah.
they? I don't know whether they have a second phase later.
There was a fair bit of, well, a lot of baguettes, but
Yeah.
there's another patisserie there, look.
Where?
On the corner of that burgundy building. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
boulangerie and a patisserie.
Oh, that's shut, you see.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have the opening times on it.
And they've got restaurants around, but none of them are open either, are they? Oh, I don't know. Oh, that one is. That's a pizzeria. This is the bank. Yeah. Prices don't seem bad. What's the prices of the houses like then?
Fairly cheap.
Oh gosh, yeah. Blimey. Look at that one there.
One with a swimming pool as well.
Goodness. Yeah, they're reasonably good prices. Now, do you want... So,
This is chimneys, eh?
yeah, very big chimneys. Well, we've got most of what we want, but the pharmacies aren't open till 2, so it's not long to go. And it goes back down that way. Now look up the main street again. I think you might as well go back to the van, Alan.
Yeah.
Have I given you the keys?
No. I could stand outside and wait for you. Cheers.
You might be able to just go up there and turn left if... You take care. So Alan's going back to the van. And I'm going to hang around for the chemist. Let's a look at the street again. And there's the church. And more beautiful old buildings. So I'm going a bit further down the main street here, waiting for the pharmacy to open at 2 o'clock. As I say, not long to wait now. So we'll have a little look and see what the rest of the town's about before doubling back. Some of the shops are open. There seem to be a lot of florists in the area, and they're all open. And then we've got like a large square here. And look down another street there. And a large square with a statue in the middle. Quite a wide street this. Very old. So I'm going down towards the church. Have a quick look at that one. I'm waiting for the shop to open. Oh, look at that. That tower was only one of 2. There are people waiting outside the pharmacy, actually waiting for it to open. Lots of parked cars around. And this is what I'm after. Go round to the other side of the church, down the cobbled streets. It's obviously a very old place. Seurre. And this takes us to the front of the church. Wow. That was definitely worth coming round to see. Absolutely beautiful. Well, I might be a bit damp around the edges, but the mission's accomplished. And so I'm now going back to the van. And I'm taking a different route down to the river. And all of the buildings, I mean, they're all so different. Such a lovely look to the place. I mean, look at the streets. And the buildings are all quite tall. Many of them look medieval. I don't know anything whatsoever about the history of this place. And I haven't had time to actually look and find out. So for now, you're just going to have to make do with seeing the beauty of it and not necessarily knowing the history. And the detail on the wood on the doors, and whole place is absolutely lovely. But like many Spanish, forgive me, like many French towns, it looks as though it needs a bit of TLC. That takes you round to the front of the church again. And then that actually goes up towards the campsite. But I am going to go down by the river. There's a restaurant here. It's not really that conducive to, well, you won't want to sit outside anyway, but yeah, Restaurant La Marine. And coming up once again to the river. Beautiful building on the other side over there. And we're within sight of the campsite. Look out over the river. And that's the front of the restaurant. Very big buildings. Very big buildings. And look down the river. And we'll walk back to the campsite. Looks like there's a slipway here as well. Little island in the middle. Quite a big slipway actually, if you can see it from here. Yeah, big, well-maintained slipway too. But then all of the maritime stuff around here does seem to be well-maintained, and obviously, certainly in the summer months, in regular use. I mean, the pontoons look immaculate. And some of these houses on the seafront, well, not seafront, on the river frontage. I mean, take a look at that one. Phew, it's beautiful, but all I can think of is the maintenance. Mind you, as I've said, they don't seem to bother. We really are just a few hundred yards from the camping car park's air now. It's another good one. Yeah, another good one. Spoiled by the weather, but at least we've got out today. Unlike when we were at Emporia Brava, where the rain was so bad they had civil defence warnings on our phones. So this is a bit heavier than a drizzle, but it's okay. Got the right clothes on. Even got gloves on today. Oh, tell we're getting further up north, can't you? Another look across the river. They've got, I don't know, buildings over there. I thought for a minute it might have been chalets, but it looks more like sports facility or something of that nature. Lovely walk along the seafront though. I keep saying seafront, along the riverbank. Goodness me, I've spent too long by the sea over this last couple of months. So nearly there now, as they say. Coming up to the spot where I saw that water rat or vole or whatever it was enormous. I didn't think water rats or voles were that size. Our next stop, the intention was to be within easy reach of Calais. And once again, I've used CampingCarPark to help, but also Google Maps this time. So this was a beautiful site, and I'll tell you about it and show you the pictures of the CampingCarPark site. But really, it was super, and we will definitely go back because I'm really interested in the area. But for now, this is all I've got to offer, I'm afraid. But there is some information there, so hopefully it is of use. Our next stop, this time courtesy both of Google Maps and CampingCarParks, was Bray-sur-Somme, and that was actually quite stunning. But the reason we chose it was its proximity to Calais. So you'll see here on Google Maps, we started off here, that's where we were headed for, Bray-sur-Somme, and it was only, and you can see the river, this is exactly where you are, it's beautiful, and you can see that from there to, in this case that's the Channel Tunnel, but we in fact went from Calais from the Irish Ferries terminal, and that's an hour and 48 minutes. So we thought, this is a good stop. It's far enough away from Calais to avoid any problems with migrants, and close enough for you to allow plenty of time to get there, especially seeing as we booked a lunchtime ferry. So we then went from Seurre to Bray-sur-Somme, different river, right in the heart of the area where people go to visit war graves and the battlefields of the First World War. And it was quite a beautiful place. And I took so many photographs, And the site itself had got geese and birds and it was herons. It was stunning. But once again, it was on that part that I formatted, that card that I formatted. So here we go, courtesy of Camping Car Parks. Here's the entrance to it. You have to be careful to go the right way into it. So please, as long as you've got a dimension sat nav, you should be all right, because there's a height barrier. But if you find you get to the height barrier and you can see the air but you can't get into it, just turn around and do the other 3 sides of the square and you'll find the entrance to it. Only 10 pitches, they're quite small, but the whole thing is right on the side of the river. And we were the only ones there. There's a few more on this picture, obviously time of year. That's the village. The village, I wandered into the village. It is really close. But this is what you walk past. This is the river. And you're, as I say, right on the edge of it. Just one thing to be aware of. There are lots of geese. They seem friendly enough, and I'm no fan of geese. I'm a bit wary of them. But they do poo all over the place. So you have to watch where you're walking. This is the church. I took some lovely footage of this with the sun on it, golden hour stuff. Yeah, it got formatted. This is the river again, and you walk all the way alongside it to get into the town. And this is just one of the war cemeteries, which shows you just how close you are to the area. And there are museums and sites all over. It's really very, very evocative, I'd say. And I have to say, the landscape was flatter than I'd expected. And all I could think of was, oh my God, fancy being in a trench in this. And how the hell would you ever get out of it without being shot? And sadly, so many didn't. That's the motorhome service point, which was a good one. And that's the entrance to the site. I got photographs of all this. Oh, no, I didn't. Anyway, Bray-sur-Somme. Lovely, and the little town is good. Village, I think it would be. It's got a church, but it's also got a carrefour, which looks quite small. It's one of the sort of locale ones. But when you go inside it, it's very good and very big. And the patisserie section was exceptionally good. So I took advantage. So, moving on, that was our last stop in France. So yes, we've reached the end of our European tour. So, what now? Well, we'd booked the ferry. Yes, we were talking about going through the tunnel, but decided in the end that we were going to take the ferry. And what did it was the price. We looked at Eurotunnel, Le Shuttle, and it was £366. Yeah, lot of money. Irish ferries, 160. So we saved over £200 on crossing the channel alone. And by the time we got a saving on the duty frees, well, compared to the tunnel, we got Irish ferries free. So it can't be bad. And it was a good sailing. And the boat's good, the Oscar Wilde. We told you all about that on the way out. And we arrived back in Dover for about 1 o'clock local time. And we were headed for Bray-sur-Somme Caravan and Motorhome Club site, which again we'd stayed at on the way out. And that effectively was the last stop of our European tour. Bray-sur-Somme was probably one of the nicest stops that we've had. And although we didn't have time to fully explore the area, it certainly would be a fantastic spot if you're going to see the military history of the area. So, there you go. Few pickers, not mine. Well, our tour ended with a bang. We drove to Bray-sur-Somme camper van and motorhome club site, which is 30 miles away from Dover and near Maidstone. Great stopover if you're going either through the tunnel or by ferry. It really is good. And yeah, the tour ended with a bang. We got back to UK and I decided before we embarked on our fortnight in the UK, and we'd booked to go to Cirencester. We were going to pick up the car from the storage and go to Cirencester for a week and then have another week in Winchester, which you'll see, although they're not part of our European tour series. Anyway, I thought I'll have a shower, wash my hair and get myself ready for the next phase. But as I was getting out of the shower, I fell over. Yeah, and I went down with a real bang. So the tour ended with a big bang. And I got a big fat lip. My cheek still hurts now, but I was black and blue in the next couple of days from here down to here, and that lasted for a good 10 days. So those eagle-eyed amongst you who've seen the last couple of episodes of our European tour might have seen that I've been sat that way round, hiding the bruises that the makeup couldn't hide. And I'm still sporting a dodgy wrist because I put my arms out to stop me. I bashed my ribs. I had a huge bruise on my hip. Ah, dear. What a way to end the tour. Anyway, all's all right, except a slightly weak wrist, which will get better. It's an awful lot better today. So I hope you liked that video. I'm sorry it wasn't as full of footage as the previous episodes of our European tour, but all good things must come to an end. And we have thoroughly enjoyed our time, and I hope you've enjoyed coming along with us. What we do next, we'll keep you posted on. There's a couple of weeks back in the UK, but we didn't film terribly much. But we will be doing the wrap-up, and hopefully that will contain a lot of information that will be useful to other people who are thinking of doing the same thing. So for now, please give us a thumbs up if you liked, and don't forget to subscribe and press that notification bell. And in the meantime, good job it's not my right hand, isn't it? So in the meantime, cheers.